In our digital century, some communities have just been lucky. Silicon Valley is a great example. But others have been truly intelligent about building a better future. Their experience taught us principles that we turned into our Community Accelerator Strategy. That's a flexible framework for building an inclusive, innovative, and growing economy, and also cultivating the strong social connection and the rich cultures that it can support. Because that's what makes a great place to live, to build a career, to start a business, to start a family, and give a better future to the next generation. It is made up of 6 factors that each contribute to results, but also support and amplify each other. They are broadband connectivity, the essential digital foundation for economic growth today. Knowledge work, meeting local demand for people who can add value through knowledge and skills. Private and public sector innovation, creating growth through partnerships and smart city investments. Broader and deeper community engagement, because your success in generating growth will create changes that disturb the community. Digital inclusion to help more of your citizens pass the barrier that digital literacy is creating, and sustainable growth for quality of life, for citizen engagement, and economic growth. Broadband connectivity is the most basic. The essential digital foundation for economic growth today. Public investment is needed, but communities also need private sector involvement, both for financing and for network operations and development. And to get that, they need to think about how to create the best possible business case and then take action to improve their competitive position. To turn that connectivity into economic growth, you need knowledge workers. People who can apply knowledge and skills to their labor at every level of the economy, from the warehouse and the construction site to the management office and the research lab. You need to equip residents with marketable skills that use knowledge to add value to their work. That can only be done through a dynamic partnership among educators, employers, entrepreneurs, and policymakers that work to retain a competitive workforce. Those knowledge workers create growth through innovation, but not just in isolation, in employer-educator-government partnerships that grow existing businesses and also create new ones. Smart city investments, meanwhile, save money and improve services while signaling a serious commitment on the part of that community to innovation. Now, success in all these factors will bring substantial change, and that calls on communities to engage with their people and institutions as never before, to deal with their fears and also to gain their support. Today's digital tools, fortunately, make it possible to develop a real learning partnership with the people you serve. And the more successful you are with these changes, the more you risk pushing more people out to the margins because they aren't part of the digital society and economy. Digital inclusion programs push the other way. They connect more people with opportunity through access to technology, training, and creative incentives to go digital. And finally, intelligent communities focus on sustainability. Why? Well, because it's about quality of life, which is essential to the community's future, because it engages the energy and commitment of citizens who care about that quality of life, because climate change is going to face us with severe shocks that we need to prepare for, and perhaps most of all, because sustainability is going to be the fastest growing economic sector in the next 50 years. That's the Community Accelerator Strategy at a pretty high level. But a strategy is only as good as its execution. Let's look at some specific examples and best practices that have emerged from this strategy.